What's up everybody? Today, this is a video inside of another video that you'll see in a little bit, but I couldn't help but just go ahead and make this video. It's perfect timing for it. I have a new product coming out. It's gonna release when this video is released, so if you're watching this video, go to the link in the description, check out it on the website. We have a new product. I'm so happy to announce it, and I really hope you guys are gonna love it. It looks sick, it performs awesome, and it's just really cool. Let's dive into today's video, guys. So what I have in front of me is two CEN F-450s. One of these is bone stock minus shocks and lock diffs. The other one is my ultimate F-450 that I've had for a good minute. So the new product we are releasing today is the CEN F-450 Ultimate Traction Bar Kit. You can buy this as just a front kit, just a rear kit, or as a full kit. Now, what the traction bars are on the stock F-450, you see these metal links coming down here to connect to the axle to the center of the chassis. Those are called traction bars on a real vehicle. I believe they're probably the same on here. They just kind of look not really basic. I mean, they look kind of cool. For real trucks, you can probably get this and upgrade to something similar to this if you like this look. That's fine. This product may not be for you. But me, I kind of like to go above and beyond on some things and just make stuff look amazing and just the best of my ability. So what I came up with is traction bars that look very beefy, very aggressive, and they perform and look the part. These are 3D printed by me. These are going to be offered in an array of colors, as you see in front of me. Right now I have a space gray and a metallic blue. Also going to offer these in a black, a white, a red, a bright blue, and a metallic gold. And whatever other color you guys would like, I am willing to purchase the material to do that as well. For right now, because I don't know how well it's going to go, please bear with me and have patience. These are going to be a made-to-order basis, as if you order some gold. The material is on the way here for majority of the colors I just listed. These are the only two that came in so far. So please allow up to 2 weeks to get your package, not 2 weeks to ship it, just 2 weeks for me to get it to you. Like the first week I make it and the second week I'm able to ship it. It just depends how many orders we get from this and how much of a demand there is. 2 week maximum for you to get your stuff. If it is longer, I sincerely apologize. I don't really have control over that once I deliver it to the post office. But I appreciate you guys' patience on all the other parts. You have been fantastic and I really appreciate it. The reason I created this is I felt the need for it. I wanted the look of having like really aggressive traction bars like off a real truck, and that's what I came up with. I did a nice hexagon design in the center here, followed by indenting this further in to give it some more depth and scale. Then I utilized the logo by putting it in the center there. I thought that was pretty cool, little UFO guy that's chilling in the center. And then I'm also going to utilize the double mounts on this axle. So from CEN, if you're looking at this truck right here and you notice, you only connect to the bottom part of the axle, as you have two connections right here. Not sure if they were planning to come out with this. I haven't seen it from them yet, so I kind of jumped and did it myself. But you're going to have two connection points here. They connect right at the bottom and then to the top. Now, disclaimer, I've only been able to get these to work on lifted trucks. Hence why this truck has shocks on it. These are 103mm G-made XDs. I don't think they'll work with factory shocks. If you look right here, just the difference of this 80mm shock versus 103mm shock, it's very different. The reason these aren't going to work with factory shocks is the width. See right here, if you just mount this up on a factory truck, you would not be able to compress the suspension because you would end up hitting it right here. So disclaimer, these will only work on a lifted truck. I apologize if that's an inconvenience for anybody. It's the only way I get these to work. But 90% of the trucks I've seen, like 99% of the trucks, everybody's got shocks on them. Everybody's lifted them or lowered them. So these are meant for a lifted truck to help give this a better angle and just better durability and looks, in my opinion, and just utilize everything that was factory for the mounting points. Okay, so this is a rear bar right here. It's very thick, very sturdy. It is a bit flexible, but not too flexible. It is also very strong. I'm trying to break it right now, and it's bowing a little bit, but won't break. So I've made sure this is plenty strong. I've been testing this for a good minute. I've been towing the gooseneck with it from this other truck behind me with 3 crawlers, 30 pounds, no problems. I've done some crawling where I tried to put pressure on the axle to stretch these. I could not break them. If you guys break them, more power to you. I hope no one breaks them. I haven't been able to, so I don't think we'll have a problem with these. But this is the new product we're coming out with. I'm really excited about it, guys. I really hope you are excited about it. These are gonna look sick on all your trucks. I'm offering any color you could possibly want, basically, to fit any color scheme or any kind of design that you're going for on your truck and look and adhere to everybody, so y'all can get however you would like it to make your truck and customize it the way you would like to. So guys, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and install these. This is gonna be how to install them on the truck as well, as far as my product highlight and placement. So if you want these, descriptions in the links in the description below. Be sure to pick some up. These are awesome. I hope you guys love them as well. But let's get into installing them on the truck. So kind of overview of what you're going to get if you purchase a full kit. What you will get is 2 front traction bars, as well as 2 screws, then 2 rear traction bars and 2 screws. Now, if you just order a rear traction bar kit, what you're going to get is 2 rear traction bars in the color of your choosing. Then you're going to get 2 2.5mm screws to connect the extra mounting point on the rear axle. If you just get a front kit, what you're going to get is 2 front traction bars as well as 2 2.5mm screws, and that will allow you to connect everything in the front. For the other 2 screws, you're going to utilize the factory screws. I tried to make this as easy as possible to assemble and just for you guys to use. There's going to be 8 2mm screws in each of these bars. You are going to utilize the factory screws, plus I'm going to include 4 extra screws because you're going to need that for the mounts that you're going to use for this right here. So you see when you flex the bottom of the truck, these are going to kind of come up at an angle, and if you don't have shocks on there, this is going to hit. It does not hit with upgraded shocks, at least 95mm or higher. These are 110mm and those are 103mm, and those work fine for me. So you see here, when you compress it, you still have plenty of space in between here where it doesn't touch, and then everything is fine there. And you can still contortion and flex and do everything you would need to do to get the job done, whether you're crawling or towing or whatever you would like to do. So for install for the CEN F-450 Ultimate Traction Bar Kit, this is going to be a front or rear kit. If you just bought a front kit or a rear kit, you can just follow the steps for the front or the rear. But I'm going to be doing both in this video. So here you have a F-450 with your lifted shocks. What you're going to do is note the 8 2mm screws on the truck. You have 4 on the front, 4 on the rear, 2 for each bar. You're going to go ahead and begin by removing all of these traction bars from the bottom. So doing that, I have a 2mm on a drill right here. Just quick and easy, you can get these out. Lean the truck to the side. Pop that screw out, set it to the side. Pop this guy out. Set him to the side, and then your traction bar will come off, and you're going to repeat that process throughout the whole truck. Now there is something I wanted to note right here, as I just removed this other traction bar off the front, and you can see here I have nothing holding this. The dog bone fell out from the front axle. That's perfectly fine, nothing's wrong there. You're just going to take this and set it to the side for right now, and you'll put that back in before you go and reassemble. All of the screws are going to be the same size, so you just need to line them up in a line. You can't really put them in the wrong place. Now once all your screws are out, you can go ahead and remove all the bars. They'll just pop off just like that, and you can set them to the side. There's both the rear ones, both the front ones. Now what we're going to do is take our 2 front traction bars. So this one right here, and the angle being pointed down, you know this is going to go on this side of the truck, and you can go ahead and slide this on there and slide this on the front. Now you can begin by threading this in and putting the screw in here. What I like to do is use your 2 factory stock screws so they match, and put them in the same end. Just go ahead and align that up properly. Then you can get this in there and go ahead and get it started. Go ahead and start that, just get it very snug, slightly snug, I'm sorry. And then just go ahead and take the screw provided in your kit. I like to put it here so that way they'll both match. Okay, now something I wanted to share here. If you have trouble putting these on, or you think the kit doesn't fit right or something, it is because of this third link right here. You have the option to run it or not run the third link. Without the third link bolted up right here, you can see the truck does not sway back and forth really at all. It's just kind of there. It's still put because of this bar right here at the front of the truck. That bar going across right there to help stabilize everything. So you're fine with that. If you would like to run this third link, you are more than welcome to. It's completely up to you. Just something to note, and when you lifted the truck, you probably already did this anyway, but if you didn't, here's what you have to do. You have to loosen this about almost probably like 5 or 6 turns front and rear on this one, and just make it to where it extends and goes back into this hole. Just like this. As you can see, the hole lines right back up with it. Now you are going to lose some durability by unscrewing these. So you could get some washers and put on here and then screw it back together. You could get longer links, or you can just not run it at all. Just something to note, I wanted you to know that this will not fit with this bar not extended. If you want it mounted, you can extend it. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. I haven't used it on the other truck and it has done fine. And I have used it on the other truck and it has done fine. On the truck behind me, I have used that bar extended. It has been perfectly fine. I haven't put washers on it. I've also used it without it and it has been perfectly fine. It's completely up to you guys and what you want to do. This is just an install guide for the traction bar kit. I'm just kind of letting you know some tips and tricks you may need to know along the way. If you lifted your truck, you probably already know everything I'm telling you. Every action is a reaction, so if you go longer down, you're going to extend everything else down as well. As far as drive shaft fitment, it may be loose or not fit the best as well, so you can upgrade the drive shaft to a longer one. It's completely up to you guys. This is not a guide on how to lift your truck. This is just how to install these QCRC traction bars. I'm trying to help you have anything along the way that you could run into as a problem, but I can't go over everything, so if I do miss some stuff, I apologize. Just note that a lot of this stuff doesn't necessarily have to do with the traction bars. It was already done when the truck was lifted, and this is not a guide on how to lift your truck. As I was just going over this third link bar and how you don't need it at all really with this new traction bar kit, and the reason being is the axle is not going to twist now back and forth because you have these two mounting points that are solid. The axle just physically, I'm trying to bend it right now, it just physically can't twist. Whereas before you just had one bar so the axle could come back on itself, and that's kind of what that 3 and 4 link system was helping do, was keep that axle solid instead of twisting backward or forward. And that's definitely what you don't want, but with this kit of mounting it at both axle points right here, you won't have that problem of it twisting backwards. Like I said, I'm putting pressure down right here, trying to bend it back onto the truck, and I'm trying to bend it down. And just with this mounting point right here, you won't have any problems with that. So my personal recommendation is don't extend them, just take them out as you really don't need them. But it's completely up to you guys and how you want to build your truck. I'm just telling you what I would recommend. Okay. Now that's out of the way, the front kit's done. You have this center bar removed or extended, whichever one you chose. You have all these bolts in, the bolts that were supplied in the kit put through right here, and the factory ones moved down here. Everything is on and looks pretty solid right there. As you can see, your shocks go up and down, no hitting, no nothing. Everything can still flex as it should, and you're done with the front kit. Now we can move on to the back. Keep in mind, if your drive shaft fell out the back, you need to put this back in before you proceed. What I'm going to go ahead and do is remove this third link from the back right here. Also on this third or fourth link, whichever you want to call it, what is a third link now, but you can remove this bracket that's on the axle right here or keep it. It's completely up to you. I'm going to remove it probably. Just for the sake of this video and time, I'm just going to take this out. If for some reason you do want to remove this mount back here for the third link, I'm going to show you how to do it right now. It's just two 2mm screws on the axle back here. One is here and one is there. You can just use a nut driver or a drill, whichever you have. Unscrew that guy, set him to the side. Unscrew that one, set it to the side, and my link kind of just fell down, that's fine. And there's your third link kit right here. You can just take that and put it aside. You will no longer need it. It's completely up to you again. This is how, if you want to remove that third link, like I said, you're more welcome to, or you can extend it however you want to. I don't have experience really extending it other than threading those arms out and maybe putting some washers in between here. I just remove it because I know it works without it, because now your axle has no chance to move back and forth because you're not just using this mount right here from the top, whereas the axle could twist on that and do whatever it wanted to. Now you have these two solid points right here, and the axle just physically can't rock back and forth. It is in its permanent position for good. Now that you have the arms off, this third link removed or extended, we're ready to go ahead and begin assembling. So what you're going to do is take your arms, note the orientation. Another kind of quick way to notice orientation, there'll be like a little cockpit of the UFO, you want to call it, and he goes up to the, like here, he would go to the ground if your truck's upside down, and that ledge, and just keep note that the traction bar is going to be pointed like this, so that's kind of how that slope's going to go. So what I like to do again is go ahead and put this back on first, just because it makes everything easier to line the two up while you don't have the other one messing with you. What you'll go ahead and do is put the screw through. It's a little tricky, you can kind of hold this one up right now. There you go. And just barely snug, it does not have to be tight. It can just be snug for right now, so that way you can still twist this back down. And you line that other hole up, put the screw through it, and go ahead and thread it back in. Also note I am using the 2 factory screws because there's only 2 screws in it before. 2 factory screws to mount the backpack here, and then I'm going to use the screw provided in the kit for this right here. Just like that, not too tight, not too loose, just snug. So again, we're going to put this on, line it up, and we're going to use the 2 screws that were in your traction bar to begin with. There we go, and just snug it up. It doesn't have to be really tight. Okay, and you may want to go back through and just check these with a regular hex driver like this, and just go through and make sure they're all snug and tight, which they should be. If you're using a drill, that's fine. If you don't want to use a drill, that's perfectly fine. You can do everything with a hex driver. It just makes it faster to do it with the drill for me. Now, once you get to this step right here and both the bars are on, you're going to want to go ahead and put this drive shaft back in now. You can slide it in this first, or you can slide it in the back. It doesn't really matter. And then you go ahead and put this bar in. Push right here on your thumb with this axle to line it up in the proper hole. And right then, that was a good thing to note, my drive shaft was holding me out. I didn't have it in all the way and it wouldn't push. Just make sure you have this in all the way so where you can slide this just like that. Hold it in, take your supplied 2.5mm screw. And just go ahead and thread that in until it stops, not too loose, not too tight. Go ahead and make sure everything works just like this, and it does. Perfectly fine. This all flexes, all that stuff. The shock's really heavy duty. But yeah, so everything flexes like this. Everything flexes like that. It's just my shock's very tight on the back. So all of this is assembled now. Everything is lined up properly. All your screws are tight. Everything's in. You are done. Congratulations, you have completed installation of this QCRC traction bar kit, front and rear. If you just ordered a front kit, just follow the instructions for the front. If you just ordered a rear kit, just follow the instructions for the rear. They both are essentially the same. Well guys, that's it for this video. We have installed the QCRC traction bar kit. It's kind of easy. There's some things to note, some tricky things here. Once you get the hang of it though, and you watch this video, hopefully you can clearly understand how to do it. If you have any questions, just drop a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer them. I'll try to make this as clear as possible. I really hope you guys like this kit. I'm really excited to see what you guys do with it. Send me some pictures. Send it to us on our Instagram page, our Facebook page, and kind of show us what you're doing with your rig, with our parts installed. We would love to repost that and just share it with you guys. That would be awesome. If you want this, there's a link in the description below for it, straight to the website. If this video is up and you've watched it, then this traction bar kit is live on the site, and you should go get it if you want it. If not, no worries, man. Just something cool that I thought I would bring up. Lots of color arrays you can do. You can do the blue. It's seen behind me on this other truck to match kind of blue shocks. We're gonna have different shades of blue as well. You could do red, you could do gold, you could do black, you could do white, whichever color you work and wants for you. The possibilities are endless here. Everything's on the website, QCRChobbies.com. Go ahead and order it if you want it. If not, you just enjoy watching, listening to me talking and doing stuff in my truck, then that's awesome. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to hit that like button if you liked it. If you didn't, leave a dislike, and please remember to subscribe. We're getting close to my goal of 1,000. I'm really excited to get that. It's just kind of something I've wanted to do, so really excited for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and go ahead out there and enjoy some time with your RC and your family. See you later.